Jack, darf ich dich was Persönliches fragen?
Nein, Daniel, ich habe keine Hunde gegessen.
Okay, dann was anderes.
Nein, ich kann auch kein Kung Fu.
Was, echt nicht? Warum?
Komme ich aus China? Ja. Aber ich habe keine Hunde gegessen. Ich kann kein Kung Fu und ich koche nicht jeden Tag Reis.
Ich kann gar nicht glauben, dass du kein Kung Fu kannst. Ich dachte immer, jeder Chinese kann mindestens 100 Kung Fu Griff.
Nein, das ist nicht wahr, Gott. Das ist ein Vorurteil, weißt du? So wie die deutsche Pünktlichkeit. In China habe ich oft gehört, dass alle Deutsche sehr pünktlich sind. Aber du bist immer unpünktlich. Mit dir fühle ich mich in Frankreich oder noch in China.
Ach, come on, wir studieren Design, da ist das doch ganz normal. Und wir müssen doch kreativ sein. Und Pünktlichkeit, die ist nicht kreativ und auch nicht locker. Außerdem, ich bin ja auch nicht der Einzige. Du hast die Deutsche Bahn ganz vergessen.
Naja, Deutsche Bahn, du hast recht. Deutsche Bahn muss ein sehr hochbegabter Künstler sein.
Hey!
Jackie Chan?
Hallo?
Hi. Hi. Wie geht's euch?
Gut, wie geht's dir denn selbst?
Hi, Jack.
Oh, super, alles klar. Wer ist der Jackie Chan?
Du kennst Jackie Chan nicht?
Nee.
Ja, klar kennst du den.
Er ist Action-Schauspieler und er kann Kung Fu.
Wer ist er?
Jack, warte, ich google es jetzt mal.
Okay, zeig mir.
Was darf ich Ihnen denn bringen, bitteschön?
2 große Bier bitte.
Ja,
Ja, gerne.
Bier. Dankeschön. Dankeschön.
Schau mal, Jack.
Ah, der.
Okay.
Ich kenne ihn, aber ich kenne nur seinen chinesischen Namen.
Wie ist denn sein chinesischer Name?
Changlong.
Was?
Okay. Vergiss es. Dankeschön. Thanks.
Und Fabian, wie kommst du mit deinem Video voran?
Es geht so.
Was für ein Video?
Ach, du weißt doch, ich hab's dir letztens gezeigt. Das Video von dem Restaurant.
Ach so, die Werbung. Ich weiß. Ich finde, es sehr gut ist. Hast du es schon fertig?
Nee, leider noch nicht. Ich bin auch irgendwie ein bisschen unzufrieden damit.
Ja, warum denn? Ich finde das Video gut.
Ja, am Anfang gefiel mir das Konzept auch, bloß jetzt bin ich mir irgendwie unsicher und finde es irgendwie nicht mehr so gut.
Fabian, ich weiß ganz genau, was du meinst. Ich habe die gleiche Erfahrung schon gemacht. Immer, wenn ich mit einem Projekt fertig bin, dann ist es für mich abgeschlossen und ich schaue nicht nochmal rein.
Weißt du, ich finde, wenn du dich selbst hast, hast du auch deine Arbeit.
Ja, das stimmt.
Wobei, also ich habe da so einen Trick, wenn du überhaupt nicht mehr weiterkommst mit deiner Arbeit, dann lass doch die Arbeit erstmal ruhen. Und ungefähr so nach 2 Tagen hast du wieder neue Ideen.
Ja, genau.
Ich weiß, aber ich habe irgendwie Angst davor. Nach 2 Tagen habe ich vielleicht noch keine Idee und ich habe keine Zeit mehr. Nächste Woche ist Deadline.
Ja klar kann das passieren, aber vielleicht hast du sonst nie eine gute Idee.
Oh, danke. Das hilft sehr.
Ach komm, jetzt hab doch mal ein bisschen Vertrauen in dich selbst. Ich meine, Design und kreative Arbeiten sind einfach so. Ist ja jetzt wirklich keine Rocket Science.
Warte mal, in Deutschland macht man auch so, nicht so?
Scheiß Design-Nerd.
Aber ich würde sagen, Max hat recht. Fabian, du musst selbstbewusster sein, weißt du? Ein Philosopher hat gesagt, Genie ist Mut im Talent. Weißt du? Leg die Arbeit zur Seite für einen Tag, das braucht auch Mut. Um kreativ zu sein, muss man Mut haben.
Naja, aber ich bin kein Genie, du bist kein Genie. Vielleicht ist niemand hier ein Genie, okay?
Naja, wir sind jetzt noch keine Genies, aber wir wissen auch nicht, ob wir in der Zukunft Genies werden.
Und Jack hat recht. Zuerst musst du Mut haben und dann hart arbeiten.
Ja.
Du kannst nicht auf das Genie warten, das funktioniert einfach nicht.
Ich werde später darüber nachdenken.
So, bitte sehr, dann zum Wohl.
Jetzt trinken wir erstmal. Prost!
Prost.
Auf dein Video. Und hast du schon eine Idee für dein Projekt?
Welche? Meinst du für unser Game-Kurs? No, keiner. Du?
Ich habe eine grobe Idee. Vielleicht mache ich was mit Max zusammen.
Also, gut. Wo gehst du hin? Nach Hause?
Noch nicht. Ich wollte an die Mosel gehen und die Sonne noch etwas genießen. Kommst du mit?
Okay. Das Wetter ist wunderschön.
Nur leider nicht mehr lange. Winter is coming.
Ja, in hier ist der Sommer zu kurz und der Winter zu lang. Ich hasse den Winter hier. Der ist nass und kalt.
Genau deswegen möchte ich ja auch nicht immer in Deutschland bleiben.
Echt? Wo willst du hingehen?
Keine Ahnung. Spanien, Italien. England wäre ganz cool. Weißt du, ich war schon mal in London. Die Stadt ist viel interessanter als Trier. Und größer. Trier ist ja nur ein Dorf.
Naja, aber ich mag Trier. Ich mag große Städte nicht. Weißt du, ich habe in Beijing 3 Jahre gewohnt. Es gab zu viele Menschen und zu viel Stress.
Ich weiß, du magst kleine Städte. Aber wenn du schon mal 2 Jahre in Trier gelebt hast, dann wirst du wissen, dass Trier ein bisschen zu langweilig ist.
Vielleicht, aber Trier ist sehr schön.
Naja, ich bin hier in Deutschland aufgewachsen und es gibt viele Städte wie Trier. Und die sehen auch noch alle gleich aus. Wenn ich mit dem Bachelor fertig bin, gehe ich auf jeden Fall nach London.
Echt? Hast du schon einen Plan?
Noch nicht. Aber ich würde gerne in London arbeiten. Und du? Weißt du schon, was du nach dem Bachelor machst?
Keine Ahnung. Ich weiß immer noch nicht, was ich will. Ich habe kein Ziel.
Ich auch nicht. Weißt du, manchmal denke ich, das, was wir studieren, macht gar keinen Sinn.
Ja? Was meinst du?
Die Welt wird immer schlimmer. Terrorismus, Kriege. Und was machen wir?
Hä? Was sagst du? Wir studieren. Nach dem Abschluss können wir vielleicht die Werte verbessern.
Und genau das glaube ich nicht. Wir lernen Sachen wie Augmented Reality, 3D, Game Design. Aber das lenkt die Leute doch nur von den wirklich wichtigen Sachen ab.
Ach so. Ich verstehe, was du meinst. Aber, weißt du, vielleicht willst du die Menschen in Afrika oder Syrien helfen. Aber die anderen zu helfen ist nicht so einfach. Manchmal kann man mit guten Wünschen die Situation schlimmer machen. Weißt du, wenn du zum Beispiel nach Syrien fahren würdest, vielleicht wärst du ein großes Problem da. Sie müssten stattdessen dir helfen.
Das ist eine Scheißtheorie. Also machen wir gar nichts.
Nein, wir studieren. Wir machen alle Hausaufgaben. Wir sind fleißig. Später wirst du finden, vielleicht das ist die beste Weise, die Welt zu verbessern. Guck, Karl Marx' Haus ist da. Karl Marx hatte einen guten Willen. Er wollte die anderen helfen. Aber jetzt wissen wir das Ergebnis.
Ja, schon. Aber später sind wir erwachsen. Und dann ist doch eh alles egal. Erwachsene sind selbstsüchtig. Weißt du, ich kenne eine junge Künstlerin, die macht Werke zum Thema Kapitalismus und die sind richtig gut. Aber die jungen Menschen haben eben noch die Leidenschaft.
Ja, aber wir haben Erfahrung und Weisheit. Wir machen nichts Extremes.
Nein, we just don't give a shit.
Ja, ich weiß nicht. Vielleicht hast du recht. Ich bin zu negativ. Ich bin ein Feigling. Keine Ahnung. So, ich will mal dann nach Hause.
Was, jetzt schon?
Ja, ich bin ein bisschen erkältet.
Okay, dann komme ich auch mit.
Okay.
Und gute Besserung.
Dankeschön.
Schnell gesund du werden musst.
Weißt du, ich denke, Judah ist eigentlich ein Deutscher.
Wieso?
Er legt das Verb immer am Ende des Satzes.
Das ist gut.
Ja?
Aber ich gehe jetzt mal in die Richtung.
Okay.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Habe ich Hunde gegessen? Nein. Kann ich Kung Fu? Nein. Koche ich jeden Tag Reis? Nein. Hallo Max.
Hi Jack, heute Abend ist ja Erste-Party. Kommst du eigentlich mit?
Erste Party? Wo?
Ja, in der Hochschule heute Abend.
Wer kommt noch?
Fabian soll kommen. Dann Daniel, ich bin ja halt auch da. Und vielleicht die anderen.
Okay, ich überleg's mal.
Ja, komm doch mit.
Okay, ich komme mit. Aber ihr könnt zuerst zu mir kommen und wir können bei mir vortrinken. Wie findest du das?
Ja, eigentlich eine geile Idee. Ja, ich sag dir dann Bescheid.
Okay, alles klar. Bis später.
Ja, gut, ciao.
Ciao. Scheiße.
Hey! Ja, alles gut?
Alles klar, was geht?
Ja, alles gut. Und braucht ihr Gläser für Trinken?
Nee, brauchen wir nicht!
Geht gern heiß.
Okay. Ja. Max, dein Glas?
Ah, danke Jack. Und Jack, was hast du heute so gemacht?
Nichts. Ich habe nur Videos geguckt.
Sonst nichts?
Ja.
Ey Max,
Hä?
gib mal Jack was von deiner Cola.
Von meiner was?
Von deiner Cola.
Ach so. Ja, okay. Was? So, Jack.
Was?
Soll ich dir mal eine leckere Cola? Bitte?
Was ist das?
Ja, Cola.
Nein, das ist kein Cola.
Jack, das ist Cola.
Nein, ich glaube nicht.
Glaub mir jetzt, wirklich, trink mal einen Schluck.
Okay. Das ist der Cola, aber mit Alkohol.
Ja, Jack. Das ist mein Schatz.
Was ist das denn?
Das ist Cola mit Wodka.
Ja, das stimmt.
So, wie hast du das gemacht?
Ja, Jack. Ich habe Cola genommen und Wodka und hab's zusammengemischt.
Ach so, interessant.
Oh, scheiße.
Oh,
Ja?
fuck, ey.
Was?
Das war
Ah,
ja klar.
fuck, ey, mal.
Ja? Was ist das?
Ja, Jack, wenn du das siehst, bedeutet das, du bist in Deutschland.
Ja, wieso?
Wegen des Urheberrechts sind einige Videos in Deutschland von YouTube gesperrt.
Ach so.
Erkennst du es nicht, Jack? Gibt's in China nicht?
Nee, natürlich nicht. Wir haben gar kein YouTube.
Ich suche einfach was anderes. Jack? Was ist das?
Ja, das ist mein deutsches Wörterbuch. Ich muss Deutsch weiterlernen.
Ja, Jack lernt euch jeden Tag Deutsch.
Ja, mein Vokabelschatz ist zu klein.
Ach Quatsch, dein Deutsch ist gut.
Naja, mit euch zu reden vielleicht, aber ich möchte mit Frauen flirten.
Ach so.
Ja,
Magst du deutsche Frauen?
natürlich. Nicht nur deutsche Frauen, ich mag alle schöne Frauen.
Ja, aber
Ja.
Jack, dafür brauchst du nicht viele Vokabeln. Das ist
Ja.
ganz einfach. Reden, küssen, ausziehen, ficken.
Fick euch! Ja, scheiße. Ich weiß das Verfahren, okay? Ich meine Flirten. Flirten ist so wie eine Kunst. Das ist so wie ein Spiel mit einem Ball.
Jack, du meinst wohl mit Bälle.
Nein, das ist so wie... Flirten ist so wie... Ein Mann schlägt den Ball zu einer Frau. Sie schlägt ihn zurück. Aber mein Vokabelschatz ist zu klein. Ich kann den Ball nicht parieren. Dann findet sie mich langweilig.
Willst du jetzt spielen oder nicht?
Weißt du, Flirten ist beyond my vocabulary.
Jack, let's face it. Alles ist beyond your vocabulary.
Fuck you.
Ja, Jack, heute ist doch die erste Party. Lass doch eine richtig geile Frau für dich finden.
Ja.
Oder?
Ja,
Sag
komm,
mir.
heute suchen wir Jack eine
Oh,
Freundin.
geil.
Wann gehen wir los?
Etwas später. Zu früh ist uncool. Wisst ihr, im ersten Semester gab eine Party. Ich bin zu früh da gewesen.
Ja.
Dann habe ich 2 Stunden gewartet. Verdammt, ich dachte, In Deutschland, man muss pünktlich sein.
Nein.
Wir sind pünktlich, nur nicht auf der Party.
So, jetzt trinken wir vorher noch ein und dann gehen wir los.
Yeah.
Hey Jack! Hey Jack!
Wo ist die andere?
Ach, keine Ahnung, aber scheiß auf die, Alter. Wir sind nur eine Freundin.
Okay, aber ich weiß nicht, was sie sagen soll.
Ach, gar kein Problem. Sei einfach du selbst und dann läuft das schon.
Okay, du bist ein bisschen betrunken, oder?
Ein bisschen, aber ich bin bei dir und dann machen wir das schon.
Okay.
Hey, hi, ich bin Fabian.
Hi, ich bin Sarah.
Das ist Jack.
Hi. Studierst du an der FH?
Ja, ich studiere auch an der FH. Ihr auch?
Ja, wir auch.
Ich will mir mal ein Bier holen. Wir sehen uns später, Jack.
Okay, bis gleich.
Und? Woher kommst du?
Ich komme aus China.
Ah, okay. Wie lange bist du schon in Deutschland?
Fast 3 Jahre. Und du?
Ich komme aus Deutschland.
Ah, hast du. Ja, stimmt. Was studierst du?
Ich studiere Architektur.
Ah, cool.
Und du?
Mediendesign.
Ah, auch cool.
Woher kommst du? Was studierst du? Die 2 Fragen habe ich dir schon gestellt. Fuck. Was soll ich jetzt sagen? Überleg. Lass dich nicht dumm aussehen. Sag etwas. Mach es nicht peinlich.
Und heute ist das Wetter schön.
Ja, das Wetter war halt echt schön.
Ja.
Scheiße. Was habe ich gesagt? So dumm. Jetzt muss sie denken, dass ich doof bin. Was soll ich jetzt sprechen? Warte, ihre Augen sind sehr schön. Darf ich sowas sagen? Ist das höflich, wenn man direkt sowas sagt? Gibt es Kulturdifferenz? Und ihre Augen sind nicht nur schön, sondern schön ist kein richtiges Wort. Schön ist zu schwach und langweilig. Das Wetter ist schön, aber ihre Augen. Welche Worte ist besser? Fuck. Ich weiß die anderen Worte nicht. Wieso habe ich Deutsch nicht gut gelernt? Wieso? Max hat recht. Everything is beyond my vocabulary. Gucke ihr schon nicht. Don't be nervous. Sag was.
Und
Ich glaube, ich gehe mir noch ein Bier holen. Magst du mitkommen?
nein, danke, ich habe noch.
Okay, ja dann vielleicht bis später.
Ja, viel Spaß.
Dir auch.
Danke.
Hi, ni hao.
Hi, ni hao. Kannst du Chinesisch sprechen?
No, I only know some words. But you do speak English, right?
Ah, yeah, right, I do speak English, but not so good.
Well, must be better than my German.
So you don't speak German?
Only a little, not that much.
So where are you from?
I'm from France.
Oh, so you are an exchange student.
I know, my friend here was an exchange student, and I came here to visit her. And she brought me here because she wants to practice her German, but for me it's difficult.
Ah, I totally understand that.
So where are you from? China?
Yeah, I'm from China, you're right, and I'm studying here.
Oh, so your German must be good.
No, not so good. I don't think my German is better than yours. You know, sometimes I also couldn't understand them.
Really? So how do you communicate with them?
It's funny, you know. It's not very good if you always let people repeat or explain what they've said. So sometimes I just nod my head, yeah, or nah.
But don't they notice that?
Of course they knew that, and I knew they knew that, you know. It's interesting. They may think I'm stupid, but they know I'm friendly. It's good enough for me, you know. It may not good for my German, but somehow it makes my life simpler.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, I have a theory. You can get a huge benefit if you don't understand what people are saying.
Exactly, you know. I think if they could talk with me in Chinese, they would hate me. And you know, as a supplement to your theory, I think many relationships get worse not because they are too far, but too close.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm wondering, I mean, what if someone humiliates you? I mean, in German, maybe you couldn't understand that.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't get hurt because I couldn't understand them. You know, assholes are everywhere, and you know, doctor said hate could cause cancer, so blessed for them.
You have a good attitude.
Yeah. So what about you? You have learned German, right?
Yeah, I have German, Spanish, and English. You know, German is too difficult, so I didn't learn it very well.
I couldn't agree more. You know, German is one of the most difficult languages to learn, especially the grammar. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, you're right. But I think one day I will continue to learn it. You know, I think learning foreign languages is really important. And maybe if you haven't learned a foreign language, you probably wouldn't understand how your mother language works.
Don't blame Americans. It's not their fault.
So, how long have you been in Germany?
Almost 3 years.
And do you like it here?
Of course, yeah, everything is fun.
And our Germans a little boring and serious?
Yeah? What do you mean?
You know, the stereotype about Germans is that they always make plans and do everything mechanical and inflexible.
Now I know what you mean. You know, you just reminded me of a good story. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, sure. But you sit over there maybe?
Okay, no problem.
So tell me the story.
You know, I've spent 1 year in Cologne to learn German. Yeah, have you been there?
No, but I'm going to come with you.
Ah, it's very beautiful. You know, my language school was near the cathedral. I could hear the bells every day. Yeah, but I lived a little further away, you know, so I had to take the subway. Every morning I went to the subway station at 7:30, and I always waited in the same position. And the train always came at 7:41, and all the kind ladies sat beside the gate every time. Then I came in and said, "Guten Tag." She replied, "Guten Tag." Then I sat beside her. You know, she always played a crossword on newspaper, and I read my German textbook. We didn't talk a lot, but we were glad to see each other every day.
Really, every day?
Yeah, you know, it was a routine, and we did the same thing at the same time almost every day. At that time, I also had the feeling, as you said, a little boring. But now, when I recall those days, I could always see the old lady playing crossword in the subway. So now the world changes faster and faster. But those days gave me an impression that something may never change. It makes me feel good, you know. So if you don't get bored so quickly, you may find something romantic in your routine.
Seems to enjoy your time in Germany.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it here. So, how about you? How long have you been here?
4 days?
Really? Just 1 day?
Yeah, and I'll go back tomorrow.
So have you taken a tour in here? Here is very beautiful.
Well, I think around a little bit, but not that much. I mean, I know it is a beautiful city, but I'll be back tomorrow.
What a pity. So, you don't like the party, right?
Right, I don't.
So I have an idea. How about take a tour right now? I can show you around. Yeah, I know it's a sudden, but I think it's a good idea, you know? You don't like the party, I don't like the party either, my German is terrible, no who's one chance with me.
But it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, I know, but you know, here is very beautiful at night, and it's also peaceful because there are no so many tourists.
My friend is living here, and I want to go back tonight.
Don't worry, your friend will be fine, everything will be fine. We could pack up tomorrow. Come, you know, there's a Chinese poem I love very much that says, "Few live as long as 100 years, but we often worry for thousands. days are short and nights are long. Why not wander with the candlelight? So don't worry about so many things. Why not wander with the candlelight?
Sounds like carpe diem.
Yeah, but it's more beautiful and poetic, right? Maybe we don't have a candlelight, but thanks to Edison, we have street light. Come, don't worry. Come.
I lost my friend.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to ask your name.
My name is Andrew.
You could call me Jack.
Jack, that's what you really right? Do you want to change it?
You're right, it's not my original name, but nobody here could pronounce my Chinese name, so Jack is okay for me.
But tell me a Chinese name, I'd like to try.
Okay, my Chinese name is Zhou Xiaoxiang.
Hey Jack, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
The music was pretty loud.
Yeah, but don't you like parties?
No, not really. I don't like noisy places. And you?
I like parties. Most times I enjoy them, even though, I have language problems.
Really? But do people go to a lot of parties in China?
No, we have different culture, We like eating or singing karaoke with friends, no parties. But I like parties here, there are more possibilities and stories. Maybe you could get a good friend in party.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? In China, we usually don't talk to strangers. I couldn't imagine if I talked to a stranger girl like now, in a karaoke box in China. She may think that I'm creepy and I want to have sex with her.
Don't you?
Of course I do. But, maybe I don't only want to have sex with her. Maybe we could also, develop a relationship. So tell me why? Why do girls always only think about sex?
That's a big question. You're right. At night the Porta Nigra has an unusual beauty.
Yeah.
Can you believe it has stood here more than 1,000 years? It's hard to imagine that.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe Napoleon has also touched that stone like you.
Really? Has Napoleon been here too?
Yeah, I once read about it. Napoleon also did some reconstruction to Porta Nigra.
Oh, I'm glad he didn't destroy it.
I agree with you.
I want to take a photo.
Okay.
China must have many things like Porta Nigra, right? I mean, we all know it has more than 5,000 years of history.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't travel a lot in China. Believe it or not, I've lived 3 years in Beijing, and the Great Wall is just nearby, but I've never been there.
Really? You should visit it. I always wanted to see it.
Yeah, I know, it's a pity. But you know, if a place is just nearby, you think that you could take a visit anytime. Then you forget it. That happens.
Yeah, I guess there are a lot of people out here who have never been to the Karl Marx house.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? China may has 5,000 years of history, but my history doesn't span that many years.
Could tell that. You look much younger than 5,000 years.
Sorry for my terrible English. I mean, I don't know so much about the Chinese culture, you know? I'm shallow, you know? Every time a foreigner said to me, wow, China has 5,000 years of history, I always feel a little embarrassed rather than proud.
Why? You should be proud of it. I mean, it's your fortune, even if you don't use it.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's complicated, you know? Now we use simplified Chinese, but people in ancient China wrote in traditional Chinese. It's now kind of foreign language for me. I couldn't understand most of those books without interpretation.
Really? What a pity.
Yeah, I know, but you know, there's also some advantages of simplified Chinese. It's easier to write. I don't know, I'm not a linguist. I just want to say I'm actually ignorant and somehow uncivilized. You know, I know nothing about 5,000 years of history or Chinese culture. I'm just standing in the long shadow of the history.
What do you study here?
Media design. You?
I study literature in Paris.
Wow, then you must like reading.
Yeah, I do. But actually I've planned to study psychology.
Really? Why did you change your mind?
Well, I used to think that psychology is about people. You know, if you master psychology, you will know the secret of humanity.
Maybe. I know nothing about psychology.
Yeah, but the more I knew about psychology, the more I was suspicious of that. I think many things in psychology are not facts, they're just interpretations. You know, like personality types, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did some online tests, but I forgot the results.
Good for you. I think they're not better than astrology. You know, human is very complex. We can't just simply label people and put them in some drawers.
Yeah, so you turned to literature.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe I can learn more about humanity from great writers. They didn't do things in a scientific way, but eventually you get the truth from those fictional stories.
I don't know. I don't read that much.
Maybe you should. Also good for your health.
Really?
Yeah, I do believe that. I think today many people get neurosis and psychological problems because they don't read literature anymore. They prefer to see a shrink, but sometimes it's just a poor substitute.
Now you do dislike psychology. Come here. I want to show you something. There should be here.
What are you looking
here.
for?
Look.
This is German, right? What does it mean? I mean, I know what homies is and Buch means book.
Yeah, it means shock your homies, read a book. My friend showed me this before.
So it's kind of sarcasm.
Yeah, you're right. You know, in China, I've always heard that Germans love reading. But my friend told me young people don't read anymore. At least not so much.
Yeah, I think the young generation in every country doesn't read as much as before.
Yeah. You know, actually, I don't think reading is so important. My classmates are the young generation. Maybe they don't read that much, but they're beautiful and friendly, just like you. You know, I like them, really. They're good people, they have common sense, and they're nice. I don't think they need a lot of reading. You know, I remember Goethe once said, I expect the Germans would be no longer savants and philosophers, but men. You know, I think he means healthy, lively men.
Well, I love reading, but I think I know what you mean. Have you heard André Gide before, French writer?
No?
He's really good. You should read his books. And I think maybe he agrees with you. In one of his books he wrote, when shall we make a bonfire of all our books?
Really? They must read him.
Yeah, I don't think he really wants to destroy all the books. But maybe if you read too much, you may get used to abstract thinking and forget the real life.
Yeah, exactly. I've met some well-read people. They were not so, what could I say, wise as I expected, They're usually obsessed with their theory and want to apply it to the real world. They seem to worry about the world, but actually they don't. They're just angry. Why? Why the world doesn't run under my theory?
Like some American economists did.
Yeah, you're right.
It won't work out, and it never worked out. I mean, real life is chaos. You can't just simply apply some abstract theory from your mind directly to it. I mean, maybe they're great and exact, but there's no room to breathe.
Yeah, I always complain that my life is a mess and out of control. But you just made me realize the actual advantages. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy the chaos.
Are you hungry? The tuna here is very delicious. My friend recommended me here.
No, thank you. I ate a lot before the party.
Okay.
But do you often come here?
No, not very often. But I love this street. Look, it's very small and adorable. And there are also some bars here, quite enjoyable. I think a bar should always be opened in a place like here, not at, some big square.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Is that the main market over there?
Yeah, see? Actually, we are in the center of the city. But this street seems very out of the way.
Yeah, I can imagine you walk 1,000 times over the main market and still ignore the street here.
Yeah. What's so funny?
Nothing.
What? Tell me.
Nothing. I just realized you're not like the Chinese I know.
Really? Do you have many Chinese friends?
No, I mean the Chinese in the movies and TV series.
Ah, I see. Which one do you mean?
What?
Which Chinese do you mean? The stupid, terrible English-speaking guy with the poker face or the Kung Fu guy with the poker face?
Sorry.
They're not Chinese. They're just, what could I say? Chinese elements. Look, when they want some diversity or sell a movie to China, they just put some stereotypes of Chinese or something from Asian shop in the movie. That's it. Every time I see such an intentional Chinese element, I want to kill myself in the cinema. Those are not true Chinese culture. They are too lazy to do more research. They just want our money.
Anyway, forget it. You're not like the Chinese in those movies.
Yeah, because I'm real, I'm a real person. And maybe also because I'm a Chinese loser.
What? No.
Yeah, really, I'm a loser. In China, if a man is almost 30 years old and has no career, no wife, and no house, he's a loser.
Really? Do people settle down so early in China?
Yeah.
So, how old are you?
29.
It's okay. It's not too old. You look younger.
Thank you.
So, but that's why you came to Germany. You're not a loser here?
No, I'm still a loser, but a hidden loser. Keep it secret.
You have my word.
And that's not the only reason I came here, There's always a stereotype about Chinese students. Many people think all Chinese students are clever and diligent. I came here to show that it's not true.
I can see you made it.
Yeah, you do? Do you know the movie Before Sunrise?
Yeah, I know it. It's a good movie.
Yeah, although the story is very simple. An American guy met a French girl, they just talk, make love and talk and say goodbye. It's still a good movie.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's actually very romantic.
And it's not easy to find a person to whom you could talk so much.
Yeah, you're right. But you know what? Actually, I think that romantic story could only happen to an American or other English-speaking guy, you know? No matter where he is, he could just ask, could you speak English? The answer is always yes.
Oh, that's why we wish people speak French in France.
Could you imagine if I'm trying to speak to a French girl? Could you speak Chinese? I think she would look at my poker face awkwardly and answered, sorry. End of the story, you know? She would never find them sweet.
Are you anti-romantic? Come on, it's just a movie. You're overthinking.
No, of course I'm not anti-romantic. Don't get me wrong. Actually, it's one of my favorite movies. So I wanted that to happen to me badly, you know? But when I started thinking how to make that happen, I figured out it's impossible to me, you know? Truth really hurts.
Don't be upset. Look, you're hanging out with a French girl right now. Be optimistic.
These buildings are graceful, especially at night. You know, they meet my fantasy about Europe.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, before I came here, I've only seen Europe in movies. You know, those kind of buildings, the bakery, cafe.
Well, they're not so attractive to me. I don't mean they're not beautiful, but I see them every day. I kind of get used to them, maybe even a little bored. I'd rather see something in Africa or Australia.
Yeah, I can understand that. You know, no matter how charming a place is, you would get bored if you always stay there. You know, one of my classmates, he's a German, but he always wanted to go to Thailand.
Yeah, I'm also interested in Thailand. Must be fun.
You know, it's funny. I'd like to take photos here, but my classmate always laughs at me, you know. He thinks everything here is normal. I'm obviously too excited.
Well, I agree with him. But sometimes when I see tourists in France taking photos so happily, I kind of feel envy. I know they can see something I've never seen before in my hometown.
Right, of course. We have fresh eyes, you know. But my classmate said that's why there are so many terrible photos on Instagram.
Oh, terrible filters.
Yeah. You know, but I really love it here, you know. Honestly. It's lovely and wonderful. You know, I always dreamed to live in a small city in Europe. Okay, fine. You know, here is very small. And maybe I will get bored 2 years later. But I think it's a perfect place for hometown, you know. You grow up here happily with your family. And you are familiar with every neighbor and a bakery. When you are 20 years old, maybe you will go to a big city to chase your dreams. You would experience a lot, tears and joys. But when you get old and come back, you will find everything is still the same, you know, like time never lapses.
You remind me of a word I've once read. Some people are not born in their hometown. Maybe you're one of them.
Yeah, you're right. You know, there's a German word, Heimweh, you know. It means homesick. Heim means the home. Weh corresponds to sick. Mm-hmm. The opposite of Heimweh is Fernweh. You know, fern means far away. If you have Fernweh, it means you are missing somewhere far away. It's one of my favorite German words, you know. Sometimes you would miss somewhere you've never been.
Wow, I never thought a German word could be so romantic. Let's go.
All right.
Is that the cathedral?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a look?
Sure, but I think it's not open at night.
Have you ever been inside?
Not yet, but I always want to.
Do you have a religion?
Nope. You?
Well, I was born in a traditional Catholic family, but I don't have a strong belief.
Yeah, I think many people today are atheists. Science and technology and new religions.
Yeah, we live in a modern society. But I could always feel something when I was in a church.
What? God?
It's hard to tell. You know, when I was young, I often went to church with my grandma. She was very devout, like many other people there. And I was very young and didn't know anything, but I always stopped crying and kept quiet when I was in a church, like there was something bigger than me. I don't know, maybe it's because of the architecture.
I don't know. I can't imagine your feelings. I don't remember if I ever seen a church in China, you know. Actually, I did learn a lot of things about Europe, the history, the culture, the religions, but
When I came here, suddenly I found what I've learned are not history and religions. They are just knowledge, only stories in the books. I mean, yes, I know the religions here, but I never have religious feelings like you. And I know there are wars and revolutions, but they have no influence on me. They're gone when I close the books. And now I think I know nothing about Europe. Even worse, all I knew is wrong. And sometimes I want to forget everything I've learned, so I could experience everything here without preconceptions in my head.
When I was about 11 years old, I told a joke about the World War when the family ate together. And my grandpa, he actually loves me very much and is very kind. He got really angry and cursed at me. I could see a mixture of fear and sadness in his eyes. That was actually the first time I realized that history is related to me.
When you are talking about something you care about, your eyes become charming.
Really? I don't believe that.
Yeah, because you're unconscious of that, it makes you much more beautiful.
Now you want to kiss me, Mr. Anti-Romantic?
No, I don't want to kiss you. I just want to fix our culture gap with my lips.
Does that work?
Let's try it.
Do you really believe in this culture gap? I mean, is it unsuperable? Of course, we all speak different languages, we all have different customs, but we're also all human beings. We all have dreams and fears, we all need friendship and love.
I don't know, it's a big question. When I was in China, I thought the language would be the only problem. I was totally wrong. Actually, language is only the small part of the culture. And the culture is the big context which determines the meanings of the words.
What do you mean?
I mean, for example, when a Japanese say I love you, it's quite different from when Americans say I love you. In Asian culture, people are not so direct, so probably there are more courage and feelings in that.
Interesting. So they rarely say I love you?
Maybe the young people say it more, but in the past, Asian people didn't say I love you, even to their parents and friends. If I say I love you to my parents, both they and I would feel embarrassed.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's fine for us. I often say I love you to my mother. And sometimes she asks, what do you want this time?
Talk about this. I just remembered an interesting Japanese story. Would you like to know?
Yeah, sure.
There was a Japanese writer. One day he led his students to translate I love you into Japanese. One student just translated literally, but the writer wasn't satisfied with that. No, we Japanese don't speak in that way. Then the student asked, how would you translate? The writer said, well, you could just say, the moonlight is beautiful tonight.
The moonlight is beautiful tonight? Really? Just that?
Yeah, I didn't make it up, It's not so direct, but maybe you could feel that, subtle meaning.
No, I can't, even with my whole heart.
Yeah, by the way, now I think cultural difference exists not only between countries. There is actually cultural difference between everyone, You may like reading, classic music. Another person may like sports and hip-hop. Maybe both of you speak French, but sometimes you still couldn't understand each other.
Yeah, I also feel that you could never totally understand another person. It's not anyone's fault, it's just the truth. And maybe you try to look at things from the angle of others, but it's still based on your own experience.
Yeah, and the worst part is when you talk to a foreigner, like now, if I couldn't understand you, it's okay. Because my English is terrible and you would be patient. But if your mother or your good friends couldn't understand you, you might get angry easily.
Yeah.
The world may be a better place if everyone sometimes treats people nearby as foreigners.
Yeah, it's sad. But that's why we need to communicate. I'm not so pessimistic about that. And I don't like it, but somehow I feel that failed attempts of understanding are also valuable. They could also make us close. Maybe it's good that you need to strive to understand other people, that you always need to put yourself in others' shoes. I think actually that's where love happens. And if everybody could fully understand each other, it would mean everybody's the same. You wouldn't like that either.
I don't mind if there are so many girls just like you.
The Basilica is gorgeous. And I bet you haven't been there too.
No.
What were you doing in Trier?
I know. I always forget.
What are you looking for?
Nothing. I just want to check out if we could see the cathedral from here. You know, I think the city is well designed. You could see the steeples from any street, and they're wonderful from any angle.
Yeah, you're right. The moonlight is beautiful tonight.
The steeples are beautiful tonight.
The Basilica is beautiful tonight.
You are beautiful tonight. So, I want to ask, do you have a boyfriend?
No, otherwise I wouldn't let you fix our culture gap.
Good. That's a relief. You know, I was afraid that question would ruin the atmosphere.
Yeah. But I had one. He was my classmate. He was actually really adorable, but why do you guys love video games so much?
I don't know, I don't play video games.
I think he loved his computer and PlayStation more than me. He was so childish. Sometimes I think he didn't need a girlfriend if the PlayStation had boobs.
How old is he? Is he older than you?
He was 23. We were in the same age.
You know, usually the girls will think boys their age are immature. But that doesn't mean he didn't love you, you know. Maybe he just didn't know how to treat you properly.
Sounds like it's someone's own experience.
Yeah, you got me. You know, sometimes I feel sorry for the girls I met in my 20s. I was too naive, childish, and sort of rude, you know. But I didn't mean that, trust me.
Now you're better?
Not exactly, I don't know.
So do you have a girlfriend?
Nope, I think, you know, I'm too hot.
Too hot? Really? Oh, I'm unbearably sexy, so I don't have a girlfriend.
No, I didn't mean that. My English. I've picked the wrong word, okay? I was going to say, when I meet a girl I like, you know, I will be very tense, you know? Like a computer, if a computer needs to compute too many things, the machine will be very hot. You know, then I would act stupid.
Like what?
You know, like saying something stupid, you know, making the atmosphere weird. Trust me, I'm very good at it. It's like, you know, I don't know. It's like a curse, you know. You can't get close to someone you like. So sometimes I want to tell some girls, just go out with me. Watch movies, have dinner, make love, but don't talk, just don't talk. You know, 1 month later, I won't be tense anymore. Then you will find, actually, I'm a good lover.
Wait, you don't seem tense right now. You're acting normal. You even kissed me.
Yeah.
Don't you like me, or am I not pretty enough?
No. Why you girls always think that way, you know? Look, I was completely fascinated by you, so I forgot to be tense.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, you know, many people want to be forever young. They want to be forever 20. But I always want to get older, you know, so I could be wise and calm to handle the situations with girls. Trust me, I believe I could do things better now.
Yeah, but you can't control everything. And I think if you would want to control more, you'd probably make things worse.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm certain about the one thing. I really don't know love at all.
Yeah, it's always confusing. this garden is comfortable.
Sure. It's a perfect place to enjoy good weather.
You know, it's interesting. When I came here, I never thought I would go out with someone.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that anymore. It's very dangerous to go out with a stranger at night.
You know why I came with you?
Because I'm hot?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But when you told me this Chinese poetry, I thought, God, this guy is so innocent and somehow despair. He's really trying to use the poetry to flirt with me. I shouldn't refuse him. It's too harsh for him.
Oh, wait. Did you think that's romantic?
Well, I was kind of touched, but many girls may think it's too sentimental and maybe old-fashioned.
Really?
Yeah, be realistic. I mean, what would happen if you read a poetry to a girl in China?
She will think a more pathetic, neurotic, needy guy who thinks he's an artist.
See, it's not a good approach.
But you can't blame me that. I've told you, lots of movies I've seen before are made in Europe, so I always feel like I'm living a movie, and people are more romantic in a movie.
So am I in your movie now?
Yeah, right, sure. I was an audience watching a movie. Then I walked into it. The movie was colored, but I was gray, until you, a pretty kind of girl, noticed me and gave me a kiss. Then I became colorful and started flying.
Oh, I'm glad to use that magic. You know, daydreaming is also part of my daily routine. It's a good way to escape and have a break for a while. Do you think we could live in a dream at all times?
I don't know. Most time here I'm an observer. It's compelling, everything is novelty, and you can notice lots of details which they just aren't aware of. But sometimes it's very lonely. You rarely have a close relationship with anything in the dream. No matter how you try, there's always a small gap between you and them.
Yeah, and I think if you could really live in this dream and develop a close relationship, this dream would become another reality, and then you would get bored and wary again.
Maybe it's a dilemma.
You know, I escaped many times before in my life. When I couldn't handle the relationship with my boyfriend, I quit. When I couldn't get things done, I quit. I always ran away and didn't even try to fix them. It's a little embarrassing to say that, but I think I'm still going through puberty. Maybe it's time to grow up and get used to the imperfect reality.
But what is reality? Are you sure we are not in your dream now?
I don't know, like someone said, maybe the world is just a cat's dream.
Yeah, I just recall another Chinese story. There was a Chinese philosopher. Once he saw a butterfly in his dream. After woke up, he said, "Have I dreamed about a butterfly, or has the butterfly dreamed about me?"
No, I won't be taken in. This kind of question is a trap. You could never figure it out. Believe it or not, I've thought a lot about this reality and delusion thing. And then I noticed, God, what am I doing? I don't want to be the idiot who thinks about life the whole time and forgets to live it.
Yeah, you were clever than me. I live in that street. It's very nearby. Would you like to come up to have a drink?
Yeah, I see.
What?
This is why we're going this way.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm just not sure I want to sleep with you.
Oh no, I didn't mean that, I just want to have a drink with you. Have a chat or something. Outside is too dark and getting cold,
Well, thanks for your invite, but I think I'm gonna go back now.
No. Of course I want to have sex with you, many times. I'm really a terrible flirt, right?
I don't know. Actually, I like you. You're kind of adorable, and we had a good time tonight.
Yeah, and I'm exotic.
So am I.
Yeah, right. What a coincidence. It must be a sign.
No.
I want to be honest with you. Maybe you will find what I'm going to say is a little rude, but don't mind, okay?
Okay.
Well, actually I was never trying to persuade a foreign girl to sleep with me. I just don't know how.
You know, even you would go up with me and have a chat. I don't know what to do next. Should I start to kiss you while we are drinking? Is that polite? Or should we watch some TV first? Or does the French bra have the same design as Chinese bra? You know, I think you should teach me all those things. Trust me, I'm always a good student. And I don't think I've fixed the culture gap with my lips. It didn't work well. This time, I want to use my whole body.
I don't know. Well, maybe a French bra has something special. Or maybe it's also made in China. You could check it out later. Not now. Oh God, you were amazing.
Do you want more?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I'm exhausted.
Okay.
Is your tongue okay?
It's okay. I was just trying too hard.
You were incredible.
Yeah, I know that. I practiced a lot.
With your girlfriend?
No, with my laptop.
Oh, no. No, I don't want to see it.
Not in that way. My laptop was fine. I just googled a lot.
Google what?
You know, something like how to make your girlfriend very happy.
And did you succeed?
No, I didn't have a girlfriend that time. That's why I googled it.
Oh, okay.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
It's a little shamed.
What is it?
Do you think my big enough?
What? Why? You were great. Everybody knows the size is not so important.
Yeah, I know, but you know, there's a widespread rumor that Asian things are smaller, you know. When I was going to come here, one of my best friends told me that be careful when you sleep with an European girl. The 0.5 lead doesn't work in 1.0 pencil.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a good metaphor.
So, is my lead too small for your pencil?
No, don't worry. It's big. It's like 1.2 lead and 1.0 pencil.
They are good. Not a 1.5?
Don't push your luck.
Now 1.2 lead comes again.
You know, now's one of those moments I think technology is just too convenient for. People are always online, you can reach your friends anytime. It makes farewell meaningless.
Yeah, you know, in the future, people might just simply meet in the virtual reality. But believe me, I'm very sad you are leaving. I don't want you to go.
Really?
Yeah.
You look happy. It's like, thank God she's going back to France, otherwise I need to make up a story to get rid of her.
No way. You know, I'm just indirect because of my culture, you know. You couldn't see that indeed I'm crying inside, you know, deep in my heart.
Indirect?
Yeah.
You weren't really indirect when you wanted to get laid last night.
Yeah, I think you could take bus here.
Okay.
You know what? I must admit, I'm a little glad you are leaving.
I knew that.
You know, if we stay together longer, I think you will realize that I'm actually a bore. And you couldn't help to correct my English and teach me French. Maybe even worse, you find that last night was the best night we ever had.
Come on, I don't think so. It's horrible that we're all educated by those romantic movies. You think that love is love only when it's like some movie stuff, but movies are not real, they're illusions. I think we should be satisfied if there are some romantic moments every year in real life.
Yeah.
And I think it's also healthy. I think it would be really tiring if every day was full of romantic stuff. I think I couldn't bear that.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't complain that.
And one more thing. You have my number, you can text me. But don't search me on Facebook. I don't like social media and I don't want you to see my stupid selfies.
Okay, you have my word.
And I won't search you either.
Well, actually I used my Chinese name on Facebook. You couldn't even pronounce it, so I don't worry about it.
It's not fair.
Life is never fair.
Chubby.
That's good, you know. You just use the right word in the right context. You should learn Chinese. You have talent.
I will. You could help me.
Yeah, of course. The bus is coming.
Okay, keep in touch.
Keep in touch. Maybe I will come to Paris later.
Yeah, come, I'll show you around. You love Paris because you love Europe.
Yeah, sounds great.
What is it?
Nothing. How to speak goodbye in French?
Je t'aime.
Je t'aime. It's very beautiful. I love French. So, je t'aime.
Goodbye, take care.